Hi Lindsay, hi Ali.
Early. Good morning.
Hi, Vivek. Ali. Hi, how do you pronounce it? Junaid?
Yeah, fine, fine. Thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm mute.
Sunil, you may be speaking on mute.
Oh, no,
Yes.
there we go. No? Hello?
Hello. Yes, I'm audible now.
Okay, yes. We
Hi,
can hear you
Yes,
Lindsay.
now.
we can hear.
Hi, Ali. How
Hi
are you?
all.
Hey, hey.
Good morning. Good afternoon. Sorry, in Australia. Good afternoon.
Good
Yes.
afternoon. Yeah, hi. Well, firstly, thank you for taking your time to meet with us today. I'll introduce myself. My name's Lindsay Sold. I'm the National Sourcing Manager for InfraBuild in Australia. So predominantly looking after the East Coast businesses located in Melbourne, Sydney, Newcastle, and up in Acacia Ridge up in Queensland. The team looks after all the operational transactional buying for the manufacturing business. So we have two electric arc furnaces making from recycled steel, making steel billets, and then making items such as reinforcing bar angles, long products, things like that. Um, we've got a team of about 16 or 17 people, five of which are offshore with the WNS team, the remainder on onshore spread out across the plants. We look after some 10,500 requisition line items a month across the whole team, and we manage everything from buying, things like pens and pencils and toilet paper, even through to big electrical motors and things like that. We look after a wide variety, basically anything for the manufacturing sites comes through my procurement team. Um, so that's a little bit about the business and what the team looks after. A little bit about the role. I'm not sure what Vivek has told you, but the role we're looking at is to look after the electrical category across all the manufacturing sites. So there will be a lot of dealings with many different suppliers and also many different people on site as well, managing the stakeholders from the maintenance departments on site as well. So it's a fairly large category and it's a very critical category because if you can imagine an electric arc furnace, electricity, and you're looking after the electrical components for that. So there's a lot of electrical components and it can be very complex. So it is, as I said, it's a fairly large category. It's a high volume, fast paced role. We have quite a number of requisitions coming in. So the role is to manage those approved requisitions and place orders with the suppliers accordingly. Um, the the role itself is very autonomous and I sort of empower and engage the people to make decisions. So if you have an opportunity where you can see a possibility of getting a cost reduction for the business, you can explore that. As I said, it's a fairly autonomous role. The expectation is that you will be empowered to make decisions and move on. Okay. Um, the scope of the role is, as I said, from approved requisition, raising the PO, placing the orders with the supplier, making sure the goods are delivered on time. The stores actually would do the actual goods receiving when the goods are delivered, but your responsibility is to make sure that it gets to the store on time and then through to invoice payment. So if there's any discrepancy with the invoice, if there's an invoice variance, it's up to you to resolve any invoice discrepancies and then liaise with the accounts payable team and maybe even back with the site to ensure that the invoice gets paid. Okay, so that's a little bit about the role and the position without going into the minor details. So I suppose I'll throw it over to you. So can you tell us a little bit about yourself in your current role?
Sure, Lindsay. Yeah, myself, Junaid Mullah. I am working for now Entity Data Australia only, and my roles and responsibility from rec to, as you said, invoice verification. All the process I am handling, and
Hmm.
I'm doing deal desk also and requesting for quotation and all. And as
Hmm.
I'm a this one procurement specialist here, that's why I need to do sourcing also for
Hmm.
more than 100K AUD. I need to create that PO and I need to submit. Whatever lesser amount is there, my team members need to take care. And for
Hmm.
250 plus of a 250K SK plus AUD, I need to take finance approval. And for Australian,
Hmm.
more like for foreign currency like US dollar or anything, I need to take like finance approval. And still like
Hmm.
we will used to get we are here like we are doing reseller business, we will get a rec and all from our CS team, like bomb estimate idea what are the products they want, then depending on that product we used to do some sourcing and all. For some products like we are having some quotes for a month, in a month's price list, and something called like 2 month 3 month like that. For 6 month also some quotes we are having already with the Cisco. We are having too many different number of vendors, Cisco, Avaya, and this one Fi, Adobe. Too many vendors are there, around 28 plus vendors, and I used to ask them for quotation and all, which quotation is like lesser price. We are submitting PO to that vendor. We are having OM team. OM team will create the rec, and we are creating here as a auto PO creation ZME 59, and we are creating that PO. And once it is created, I am cross verifying with the quotation and price, quantity, everything is correct. End user detail, ship to, bill to address, delivery address. Once everything is correct, I used to release that PO as per the vendor. Like we are having some B2B vendors directly we are submitting through SAP, and for some vendors like we need to place that PO in their portals, and some vendors we used to send through our Outlook. And once it is submitted, next day it is coming to in our BOR for B2B vendors. For third party vendors, same day we are same day we are updating some ETS. For software orders giving 7 days, for products we are giving 4 weeks. It will come to our BOR after 2 days for L status, and for E status software order it will come after 1 week only. And that day we are chasing for ETA dates. If before that only vendor will providing this material and software only. If they are not providing, we are going to them, and we are having like some standard operating procedure here with the vendors. Before 24 hours after they receiving our order, they need to send us acknowledgement email, and they are sending us acknowledgement emails also, ETAs also. uh, as per their ETAs and all, we are updating in SAP. And for we are having also like expedite request, FIFO request, like if you want some urgent orders like that, we are submitting very in a urgent basis to the vendor, and we are chasing vendor, we are calling vendor, and we are having weekly meet up with vendor, monthly we meet up with vendor. And once everything is fine, we used to check for we are having two-way and three-way of two-way and three-way matching. For licensing and all, we used to match two-way, and for service POs, we are matching three ways and all. We are cross-verifying. If everything is okay, we are doing the GR, and once it is GR, it is going. We are informing our AP team to release PO. We are releasing payment in a monthly, like at the time of month end, last day of month. And if any invoice related issues or anything, I only used to handle, like I used to ask them, it is price is not matching as per our PO. If it is high only, then only we are going. And for lesser price, sometime what will happen, vendor will invoice us lesser price, quantity, SKU, everything is matching as per our PO, but in their system or something, we are having some buy better option there. We are directly changing that price in our SAP, and we are accepting that invoice, and we are GRing it, and we are sending in as per their invoice amount. We are not telling vendor that they invoice us in a less amount. We are having some procedure here, and for higher amount only we are going to vendor. If there is any issue, SKU issue or quantity issue, we are going to vendor and asking them, this invoice is wrong, can you please update it or change it. Then they are giving us a revised invoice. They will give credit note also sometime, and they will give
Hmm.
revised invoice. And sometime what will happen, we are having RMA also. For some materials we need to return, and we used to connect with vendor RMA team, and our RTO team will involve in that. And there are like we used to send that they are accepting some special purchase order are there. For those material only they are accepting. Depending on the scenario, I am working here. And here I am working on this one, software related POs, service related POs, hardware related POs, all. And daily
Mhm.
day-to-day activity, we are having a SAP DC bucket. We used to assign that, like which vendor working with whom, which procurement specialist or purchase officer. We are assigning to them. They need to check that query and they need to respond. And we are getting like invoice also daily. And I am submitting like in a day more than 15. At the time of end of month, I am submitting more than 30 only. If you take an average, more than like in between 300 to 500 POs I am submitting, and there are having deal desk also for some special vendors. Cisco and Adobe are there, Westcon is there, and for them we used to do some deal registration before only. We are having like our CS team will come to us. This opportunity going to become, please make the sourcing and all, and keep the quotation with us like that. Then we are keeping that quotation in a good price and in a good profit only.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, Thank you. So what sort of categories are you purchasing? What sort of items are you actually purchasing?
Here like FI related, Palo related licensing only, mostly Cisco side, and routers and all IP phones. Only this hacking related, this YubiKey orders, YubiKeys are there. There are too many things I am
Mhm.
purchasing. We used to get bomb
Okay.
from our
Okay.
CS team, and we are just checking it and we are submitting that PO.
So how many, I think you said about, you said, how many POs do you do or requisitions do you do a month? You say 3 to 500, was that correct?
Correct, monthly around in between 300 to 400,
300 to 400, okay.
because it
Yeah.
is auto PO creation, right? That's why we are
hmm
keeping it.
hmm hmm So one of the KPIs that we have for all our team is cost reduction. So can you give me an example of when you've been able to achieve a cost reduction, and what was it and how much was it and how did you achieve it?
But it like for YubiKey orders, I will say we are having YubiKey orders for that YubiKeys. It is around like 26.11 EUD, Australian dollar price. We are continuously getting from these banks and all. We are having end users. They want that
hmm
material very badly. At that time, we are having vendor called Westcon. I go used to connect with that Westcon, and they are giving it before on a 30.28 US AUD, Australian dollar. That time I used to connect with them and I asked them, boss, this is a big opportunity. I will submit all those POs to you only, and we want some like in a year basis some contract with you for this YubiKey orders. You need to give us quote in a lesser price. Then what they did, they are given us like 2631, like 5 more than 4 point something it is, 26.11 they did, and they told we can continue this till next month, like 2014 April month end. You can submit this PO, and we are getting like in a day around UBK is only like 7 to 8 orders, and it is
hmm
more profit to us. Like I did some contract with the vendor and they agreed, and they used to give one like 4 point something US dollar AUD discount on that UB keys.
hmm
Like that, there are too many are there. I used to connect for, like we are having more than 1.5 million, and sometime at the time of month end, this is Westcon for the Westcon vendor. We used to not like for Westcon vendors only. I used to connect with them and I will ask them, boss, this is a big opportunity. Can you please give us some discount and all? Then they are providing us like in a 5%. If it is 5% for 1.5 million or 2 3 million, then it is huge profit to us. Yeah, we are
hmm
earning like that.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Um, okay. What can you tell me about your SAP experience?
Total 3.6 years I am having in SAP experience, SAP only, and I am here
hmm
working in a ERC 6.0, ERC
hmm hmm
6.0 version. And in SAP I
hmm
am having like I did 6 month training also on that for end user material management module, on the material
hmm
management module, and I am having experience on this mm, mm, vendor master data registration and client master data registration also, and
hmm
like too many things like and SAP, this good receipting, MB01,
hmm
everything or whatever we required for purchasing side, I am having that knowledge.
Okay, very good. Okay, so as I mentioned, we're a steel company, so we're pretty heavy manufacturing, which is a little bit different from, I suppose, your previous roles. So, what attracts you to this kind of role in this kind of company?
Actually, I not got your point. What exactly you are asking? But I can say before this company, I'm working purely on production industry only. I joined
Hmm.
in this entity data on February 2022. Before that, 2 years I am on this production industry only. And here
Oh, okay.
also, like I'm dealing with products also, but it is a reseller business. That's why some process is different, but everything is same procurement side.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
learning
Okay.
products and all that is not difficulty for me because as I am from mechanical engineering background, that is not any
Hmm.
difficulty to me. Just
Okay. Oh, that's good. Yeah, I think I saw that you've got a full engineering background. I guess degree in mechanical engineering. Yep, very good. Um, Ali, do you have any questions?
mm, no, as listening to you, you explained everything. Oh, sorry, you are asking to all. Okay,
Ali, yeah,
sorry, sorry,
my
sorry
colleague,
for
yeah.
that.
You're right.
Yeah, I think that was for me. I believe you mentioned about SAP ECC module, Junaid. Have you ever touched to newer version of SAP like S/4HANA,
S2P
the
HANA.
the browser-based version of ECC? It's essentially the same function but different interface.
No, no, still not touched, but our team is developing it to like it is like backend they are working on it to develop it. But still, I worked on this 7.0 version for master data management, but HANA I
Mhm.
don't know.
Right. Okay.
But it is same in a 1 day or 2 day I can pick it up. That is not an issue. For tools and all, it is not issue because I work in Oracle also. Tool side it is not issue. If I seen one time also, then I can take it and I start working.
Mhm. Yep,
Just
that's good.
process I need to understand. That's it. Remaining everything is good.
Yep, that's good.
Thank you. Okay, I don't have any other questions. Yeah, as I said, we just wanted to have a quick chat with you. Yeah, see about your experience and, just have a bit of a talk. Do you have any questions for me or Ali?
No, from my side, as you explained everything, I understood like
Mhm.
what all the like what how you are working and what is your procedure, everything. It is same
Mhm.
only like
Mhm.
as I am working. That's why I don't have any question. As you explained
Mhm.
everything to me starting only, that's why.
Yep. Okay. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Well, thank you again for your time,
Sure,
and talking to us. And yeah, I'm sure Vivek will be back to you in a while.
sure. Mr. Thank you. Thanks for giving me this opportunity. Have a good day. Bye.
Okay. You too. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ali. Okay.
Thanks, Vivek. We'll
Sunil.
catch up
Okay.
soon. Bye.
Yeah. So, thanks. Yeah.
Mm.